The headlines broke fast, the debates ran hot, and the world didn't slow down for a second. But if you missed the beat, we've got you covered. From the stories that made front pages to the trends you might have missed, this is Dateline, and I am Dorcas Chia. We'll be right back.
Are you getting ready for another big one? The largest housing show in Africa. 2 decades of relentless exhibition and conference. The 20th edition of the Africa International Housing Show, happening from the 13th to 18th of July 2026 at the prestigious Transcorp Hilton Hotel, Abuja, Nigeria. This premier event is Africa's largest housing and construction expo, attracting over 50,000 attendees in Africa and beyond, thereby giving room for developers, construction giants, financiers, home interiors, mortgage and microfinance banks, drawing from about 21 different countries of the world. Get ready to be part of history.
You're watching Dateline on Housing TV Africa. And now, on the 29th of May 2026, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu clocked 3 years in office as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, since he took the oath of office and steering the ship of Africa's most populous nation under his renewed hope agenda. In a nationwide address marking his 3rd anniversary, President Tinubu vigorously defended his administration's sweeping and often controversial economic reforms, including the removal of the fuel subsidy and the unification of the forex window, insisting that without these bold decisions, Nigeria would have drifted into complete fiscal collapse. However, on the social media space, the milestone is meeting deeply mixed reactions from everyday Nigerians. While the presidency points to long-term investor confidence and stabilized economic foundations, the reality on the ground remains a tough pill to swallow for many. Citizens continue to grapple with persistent inflation, a high cost of living, and a lingering security anxiety. Housing TV Africa took to the streets of the FCTA to sample the opinions of Nigerians. Let's take a look.
It's been a very difficult period, as you can attest. And things are very difficult. Cost of living skyrocketing. He just came, and I remember this one statement he made: subsidy is gone, and we are in for the realities. You can see virtually everything has skyrocketed, and people are, struggling. Before this government came into power, I used to pay 250, but shortly after the government took over, I can pay just 700 now, 700,000, and it's a lot.
He's doing his best to his best capacity, although there are a lot of things that are happening in the country, especially in areas of insecurity, So I would say he's trying. Although he needs to put in more efforts when it comes to security and then helping people stay safe. I think during the change of currency, I think it was very, very harsh. The experience was very terrible for me then in school. So the government, although Buhari was promising a lot, there was nothing that was achieved. And then towards the end, it was another terrible effect where you don't have money to go up and down, etc. So I would say the government of now is better. They just need to do more reforms, economic reforms, and they need to work more on the security agencies we have in Nigeria in order to resolve the crisis that we're facing.
And we've cried, we've prayed over this nation, but it's like nothing is happening. But we'll keep praying and hoping that change will come, actually.
A lot of things have been left undone. A lot of things that we've been looking forward to. For insecurity has been like on a double. So I really cannot point anything at the moment. For real, I can't really point anything at the moment.
In a sharp warning ahead of the upcoming election season, the Nigerian presidency has sounded the alarm on a dangerous new wave of deepfake videos and manipulated digital content designed to weaponize religion for political gain. The Office of Digital Engagement and Strategy revealed that desperate actors are using fabricated audio and identity theft, including a recent deepfake aiming to incite Muslims against President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to manufacture outrage and inflame sectoral tensions across social media and WhatsApp, reminding citizens of President Tinubu's personal commitment to unity as a Muslim to a Christian. The administration urged Nigerians to fiercely question divisive narratives and verify information before sharing, while threatening investigation and prosecution for anyone caught spreading malicious information under the nation's cybercrime laws. And now, Nigerians are demanding action over abducted children as fresh outrage has erupted online as kidnapped school children and teachers from Oyo State remain in captivity weeks after their abduction by armed men. Painful videos allegedly showing the children being tortured in the forest sparked emotional reactions nationwide, with many Nigerians criticizing the government's response to insecurity and demanding urgent action to rescue the victims. Videos of parents of the abducted school children in Ogbomosho appealing for help to secure the safe return of their children have also surfaced on the internet.
Testimony mi kere ọmọ kékeré ni ẹ̀rà wa lọ́wọ́ ìrànlọ́wọ́ ní káwọn fi káwọn ọmọ jáde ni ìrànlọ́wọ́ ni ẹ ṣàánú wa mo ti tá lọ ẹ̀mí mi ti fẹ́ pín lọ ẹ wo bí mo ti rí ní ẹ̀rà mi lọ́wọ́ ẹ bá bẹ̀ wá ní agbára kankan fọlọ́run bẹ̀ wá ni ọlọ́run tó ṣẹ̀dá wọn láti bẹ̀ wá ni ọlọ́run tó ṣẹ̀dá wọn láti bẹ̀ wá ni ká nídìí ìrànlọ́wọ́ ni ọlọ́run kó gbé ìrànlọ́wọ́ dìde fún wa mo ṣẹ̀dá pàkàtà.
Still on the Oyo School abductions, Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde has renewed his passionate plea for the creation of state police. Speaking at a political gathering in Ibadan, Seyi Makinde chided the federal government for delaying the process and relying on the Inspector General of Police, arguing instead that state houses of assembly should be empowered to establish local police structures immediately. As the diaspora group Ilana Omo Odoa also condemned the barbaric killings and called on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to step in, Makinde defended his administration's security record, highlighting that Amotekun corps as their alternative defense system, while confidently predicting that his development agenda will outlast his tenure. We'll take a break, and when we return, Dateline continues.
I'm Debbie Erb. I'm the founder of DLE Advisors, LLC. I just finished a really interesting session talking with the audience here at the International Housing Show. I have attended the show before, and I have to say it's bigger. It's bigger and better than it was 4 years ago. An incredible array of opportunities, companies, and new innovations in the housing space. So it's very exciting to be here. Thank you, Festus Adebayo. He's my guy. It's so well attended, and there's so many people here that I know who are movers and shakers in the industry, so I definitely recommend attending if you possibly can.
I am Ada Fong, the former Deputy Director of Housing from the Hong Kong Housing Authority. I think it's a very interesting housing show and conference that brings together a lot of experts and talents and government officials in Africa to explore the subject of housing in Africa. It's a very worthwhile initiative that you do it once every year.
My name is Adeola Olushodo. I'm the Executive Director, Lagos State Development and Property Corporation. Well, I'm here at the Abuja International Housing Show 2025, and this is a show that brings all the experts and all the major players in the real estate sector together. I must commend the efforts that goes into that, the consistency, and everybody looks forward to it, and of course it's well attended.
My name is Dr. Mark Mahaku Joshua. I am the Director General Taraba Geography Information Service. I got an invitation to attend, and I saw things like land reform. So my priority here is to interact with experts in the field, gain more knowledge on how things are done as far as land reform is concerned. The organizers of this event has done well. I at least expect the caliber of people I've seen here. Seeing the people that I've seen here, they have sent out a signal to me that it is not a child's play. We're here that really Nigeria mean business to organize such a show.
My name is Sowore the Surveyor General of the Federation. I want to really say it's a good program. This is the 19th edition of it. I want to say a good thumb up to the organizers of the program and to Nigeria in general. Hosting such an event is not something that comes easy. It comes with a lot of innovation on its own, like the team says, and it comes with a lot of experienced organizers. So I want to say a big thank you for those people that come all the way from far and near to come and be part of this organization.
Hello, I'm Maya Abdel Hamid, the CEO of the Social Housing and Mortgage Finance Fund in Egypt. This is my first visit to Nigeria and Abuja in specific. I've been invited to this housing show. This is my first visit to Nigeria. I've had a good chance to meet with all the Nigerian officials as well as the African ministers and delegations. I think the presentation helped a lot and giving insights to those attending. I also benefited from hearing other experiences from the experts from across the continent and the international experts as well.
My name is Roland Benoba, and this is the Roland Benoba Real Foundation for Housing and Urban Development. Shout out to IHS. You guys are doing a great job. This is the 19th edition, and I think it's just going to keep getting better and better and better. Kudos to the team at AIHS.
Are you getting ready for another big one? The largest housing show in Africa. 2 decades of relentless exhibition and conference. The 20th edition of the Africa International Housing Show, happening from the 13th to 18th of July 2026 at the prestigious Transcorp Hilton Hotel, Abuja, Nigeria. This premier event is Africa's largest housing and construction expo, attracting over 50,000 attendees in Africa and beyond, thereby giving room for developers, construction giants, financiers, home interiors, mortgage and microfinance banks, drawing from about 21 different countries of the world. Get ready to be part of history.
Welcome back. You're still watching Dateline here on Housing TV Africa. The 2023 African Action Congress presidential candidate Sowore Omoyele has vowed to end exploitative contract staffing, build 1 million mixed income homes, and cap advance rent at 3 months via executive order on day 1 of his tenure in office. These pledges target police, soldiers, teachers, doctors, and nurses amid 15.69% inflation in April 2026 and a stagnant 70,000 naira minimum wage eroded by naira appreciation. Supporters see it as a fight against greed, fueled corruption, while critics like Reno Omokri warn the cost for 4 million workers would top 36 trillion naira yearly, outstripping federal revenue and risking more borrowing and inflation. In a statement on his ex-official handle, Sowore said, "No landlord or landlady shall have the freedom to demand more than 3 months' rent at a time. On my very first day in office, I will sign in an executive order ending the exploitation of tenants across Nigeria." The Director General of the National Youth Service Corps, Olakunle Nafiu, has firmly reminded corps members that their khaki uniforms do not grant them immunity from Nigeria's cybercrime laws. Speaking in Abuja, Nafiu warned that any corps member caught in the web of cyberbullying or online offenses will face police arrest and personal legal liability, clarifying that the NYSC budget does not cover court representation for criminal or civil digital missteps. Acknowledging that the scheme is shifting to mobilize a tech-savvy Generation Z demographic passionate about content creation, the DG emphasized that while the NYSC supports digital creativity, it will aggressively push sensitization campaigns to ensure these young professionals engage responsibly within proper context and safely within the boundaries of the law. The 2026 Ojude Oba Festival, held 3 days after Eid al-Kabir, drew over 100,000 people from Regbe age group processions, horse rides by Balogun family members, and dazzling traditional outfits blending Yoruba heritage with Islamic customs. Standouts include businessman Farouk Oreagba's regal horseback entrance in green and gold finery, and Nollywood star Eniola Badmus in gold beaded glamour, while a woman puffing a cigar in gele and beads catches eyes with cheeky flair. Politicians like Seyi Tinubu and governors joined the celebration, boosting tourism and Ijebu pride amid the non-stop energy. The Ijebu Ode Festival is an annual Yoruba cultural celebration in Ijebu Ode, Nigeria, that honors the Awujale Ijebu land with parades, music, fashion, and community unity. This event is very glorious. You can see the wonderful display of colors, tradition, and culture. And now on to some housing highlights. The proposed Lagos State Tenancy and Recovery of Premises Bill has introduced a wave of major reforms designed to clean up Africa's most chaotic rental market by targeting exploitative property practices. Under the new legislation, estate agents must register with the Lagos State Real Estate Regulatory Authority, cap their agency fees at 5% of the annual rent, and face hefty fines or jail time for fraudulent double renting scams. Furthermore, the bill brings massive financial relief to residents by banning landlords from demanding more than 1 year of advance rent from new tenants, while simultaneously granting renters the historic legal right to challenge unfair sky-high rent hikes in court without fear of immediate eviction. Also, in a major clampdown on national security and regulatory compliance, the Federal Capital Territory Administration (FCTA) has threatened to revoke the land titles of Abuja hotels, event centers, and public facilities caught hosting gatherings for illegal organizations. The strict directive announced by Lere Olayinka, the senior special assistant to the FCT minister, mandates that hospitality and venue operators conduct thorough due diligence before approving bookings to prevent meetings capable of disrupting the peace of the nation's capital. Facility owners must keep meticulous transactional records, and when hosting political activities, recognize only party leadership structures officially registered by the Independent National Electoral Commission, or risk losing their valuable property rights as the government intensifies its enforcement across Abuja. And now, Did you know? A quick look at important housing structures making a difference.
Africa.
This is where we draw a curtain on this episode of Dateline, where we highlight events that have happened during the course of the week. For more news and updates in the housing sector and information like this, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, Housing TV Africa. Download the Housing TV mobile app on your Google Play Store and also the free TV app on your Google Play Store and Apple Store to stay connected. Many thanks for watching. I am Dorcas Chia. Bye for now.
Visit Housing TV Africa on YouTube and click on the subscribe button. Subscribe to Housing TV Africa to stay updated on latest happenings in Nigeria's housing sector. Follow our social media pages, like and share our posts on Facebook, Housing TV Africa, on Twitter, Housing TV Africa, Instagram, Housing TV Africa. Join the conversation and keep up with latest housing updates.